Hi, this is Sandy Parker, and this is another episode of Crafting for just about everyone. We are going to be doing a really quick and easy Halloween card. This is the greatest thing. I can't even believe I found these. I was at the Dollar Tree, love the Dollar Tree, and they had these treat bags. I hope you can see that. I hope there's not a lot of glare on it. Anyway, they came in vampires or witches. I think they also had bats. But anyway, when I looked at them, I thought, that would be really easy to make an almost instant card from. So I measured it, and it exactly fits in a 5x7 envelope, which of course is a typical card size. And so I just frayed some paper. I wanted it to make a little beat up, and I put a little bit of glitter glue on it to make it look like fake blood. The ribbon already came with it. I didn't tie it into a knot, but it already came with it. And once this is dry, which it isn't yet, but once it's dry, it'll just fold up and go into an envelope. So it's a 2-minute card maybe. Anyway, so let's try it together. I have an 1.5 inch piece of cardstock. The length of it really doesn't matter, but I'll tell you this one is 11 inches, and it is again an 1.5 inches. And what I did with that one is I just kind of ripped it, and just to make it look a little bit more distressed than it already was. And then on the ends, I have those scissors that make things look like grass. But if you don't have those, you can just rip the ends too. And then I kind of just smashed it up a little bit to make it really look weathered. And then I took my distressing tool. This distressing tool I got from Tupelo Designs LLC. The man there, Mike, makes these. His wife wanted a different design on her distressing tool, and he made these for her, and he sells them there, and they're very inexpensive, but I have to say they're good for grip, and I like them. So I recommend them to all of you to consider them. We're going to use some barn door distress ink on this. And I distressed my whole image because I wanted it to look like blood. I know it's gross, but I wasn't going to send this to, like a little kid. I have some teenagers that I thought would get a charge out of it. Maybe they won't, but I thought it was funny and cute, and you never know. You never know with kids, but I think they'll get a laugh out of it. And because it's last minute, if you have trick-or-treaters that come to your house that are friends, you could always just give them a little extra special surprise. Or you could also, the bag that comes with it, you could make this into their trick-or-treat bag. Because it does come with these, okay, very little bags. I'm not exactly certain what treats go in that bag, but honestly, I can't imagine anybody having a small enough treat to go in there. Okay, so we're going to take, this is how he comes. He looks just like this when you get him. He's got slits down below and up above on this side, plus he has 2 holes in his neck. The ribbon comes with it, and so with the last one, I just made the ribbon into a neckerchief, because I remember that vampires like their neckwear. I'm going to move this out of the way because we're done with it. And I'm going to get this out of the way too because we're done with it. And then we're just going to tie this. I think we'll just tie this into a knot. The last time I just tied it loose, but I think this time I am going to tie it into a knot. And there's a right way and a wrong way to tie knots, but we're not going to concern ourselves with that today. And I just wanted it to be just at his neck, so good enough. Okay, the other thing I did before I cut it is I put it in here and I bent it on the creases. You can see there's a crease here. I'm going to go a little bit this way. There's a crease right here, so I bent the card there. And then there's another crease right here, so I bent it there. And then you can just stick it into that slot, so it's good to go. So at least we know where our sentiment will go. It has to go between, you see those 2 bends? Right there, it has to go between those 2 bends. So I picked the sentiment from a Stampin' Up! Set called Frightful Wreath. Only has those sentiments on it, but I chose that because it was big, and I needed something I thought that would be larger to fill my space on this. So it just says Trick or Treat, and we're going to go with that. And then again, we're going to look for our lines, which are right there. We're going to hold it down. It's kind of tricky because I just messed with it. Hopefully I didn't just screw it up. And then I do have a little bit of cushion underneath in this mat, but I still want to hold it down long enough. There it is. Looks great. To make sure that it held. Then I liked to use, this was just generic glitter glue. I don't even know where I got it from, but I like the idea of making it kind of look like there's blood coming down from the words. And so I just randomly did this, but I made it look like it was coming off of the words. And then I put some spills, because, you know, if you've just committed a big mass murder, you really need to have a little bit of blood, and the vampire sometimes doesn't get all of his blood. He sometimes misses a spot or two. So we'll put a little bit of blood there, and a little bit of blood there. And then the last thing we're going to do is use our little scissors on the end. Probably should have done that before, but you never remember to do things in the right order. That's just the fact of life. Okay, these are not the easiest scissors to use, and what I do is I use the table itself to act as a support when I do it, and then I kind of smash down on that, like that. And then we'll mess with that again in a minute. Oh, I lost a few. Not a big deal. It's from my rip, so I'm not going to go as far on this side, I guess. Okay. Then the other thing is about this that I did differently on this one than the other one is I found this really cute little pumpkin embellishment. Don't remember exactly where I got it, but he's really cute, and I thought he would be great on this. That even looks better when it's coming off because it looks like it's even more distressed. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put his banner there, and don't forget you have to line it up with our little marks that we put in, and then the top of the banner goes on this side, and we got them in its place. And I found this cute little embellishment that says Boo. I'm going to pull out this side and put in the little pumpkin first so you can see how cute he is. I found this little embellishment that I already had, and you never know, maybe our vampire likes to go trick-or-treating. So he has his little pumpkin trick-or-treat basket that he takes with him. I thought it was adorable. It says Boo right on it. And I think I got that from my friend Linda, actually. And anyway, so he's got his trick-or-treat basket, and his tie is already in the shirt. But once he dries, if you want to, you could put glue dots behind these, but I don't want to do anything with it right now to keep it in place. But once it's dry, all you do is fold it up, and it goes into a regular 5x7 envelope. No problem, it fits right in there, and there's your card. So that's our card for today, and this is crafting for almost everyone, and I really thank you for joining me. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. We'll have lots more videos where this one came from, and thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.